just overall, how have things gone?
Things have gone really well. I'm really encouraged by the energy and effort our guys have been bringing to practice. I'm really excited to see that everything that they're learning in the meeting room translates onto the field. Very limited on busts. Everybody executing pretty much at a high level with a lot of attention to detail. So it's been really fun.
Last time I think we spoke, you were like a day or two into your role as co-OC, quarterback's coach. Now a few months into it, a few practices in, how have things been for you personally?
Things for me, they've been good. They've been good football-wise. It's been fun. It's been a lot of work, but I work with a bunch of really good dudes. The staff we have is awesome. The support staff we have, so it's been great. Those guys have really helped me ease into this transition because they work so hard. So it's been really fun. It's been really exciting.
Just looking at last season, how well this team did coming into it this year with spring practices. What's kind of the expectation for the offense going forward?
Well, the expectation, last year, phenomenal year. I was a part of it, phenomenal year. The expectation for me was to see guys who were successful on our team last year who are back with us to grow into those roles of leadership and start becoming those playmakers. And they've done a phenomenal job with it, And then seeing the guys who didn't play as much start increasing their role. And then the new guys we brought in, same thing, finding their spot on the team, finding their niche, and executing at a high level, coming and learning everything. So the expectations, we want to do the same thing. We want to be explosive. We want to put up a lot of numbers, but at the end of the day, that doesn't come if we don't do everything right out here first. So, it's been really good. The expectations, they've met every expectation I've had so far.
Coach, I know this has got to be a very difficult hole to fill when it comes to Bailey Zappi and quarterback. How has it been early on with quarterbacks? I know that there's still plenty of room to go and plenty of time left in the spring, but how has it been so far over this first week?
Yeah, no, all those guys in my rooms, they're studs, man. They come in, they work every day, they want to learn. Okay, they want to learn. We watch our install cut-ups and we see Bailey every day, so they get to watch what it's supposed to look like at a high level. And a lot of them are with him, right? But those guys, it's been super encouraging watching them come in every day, learn, compete, and want to get better, and try and master this offense. And they're doing such a great job.
Speaking about the offense, how much is changing, from you to Kitley? How much changes? How much stays the same?
Coach Kitley, he's been my mentor and my boss, one of my best friends. So everything that we're doing, he's taught me. Not a whole lot has changed, maybe a verbiage here or there, a formation here or there, but for the most part, everything's stayed the same, really.
Going back to the quarterbacks, I guess early on, who's kind of stood out to you in that group, and each of those guys, I guess, what do you think they bring to the table?
We got Jared Dagey transferred from West Virginia, and he's kind of an experienced guy, been around, played a lot of ball, and he's done a great job of being a kind of a pro mentality about it, coming in, learn everything, trying to make the most of every opportunity, and he's done really good. And then whenever we talk about everybody else in the room, Drew Zabi, he's a guy who operationally he does everything right. He's very smart out on the field and everything, so he's been doing a very good job. We talk about like Darius Ocean, talented as all get out, right? And he's coming along great with the mental side of it, and he's doing a phenomenal job getting better. And Chance McDonald, he's another one. He's increased mentally and really physically as far as his body and his arm from when he got here in the summer to now. And then Caden Belkamp, young one, right, local guy, he's one, he got with us early, and he's been eating it up. I can't keep him out of my office. He's been eating it up, wanting to learn everything, and it's really fun to see those guys work and compete and try to get better. And then we just got Austin Reed from West Florida. He's been with us for all of 3 days, right? But he's another one. He just eats it up. They love ball, and that's what I want out of all those guys. I want guys who love football first and foremost, because if you love football, then you're going to start wanting to get better at it. So.
You signed Caden, you brought back those 3 guys, signed Jarrett, still fairly early, but like you said, just had Austin for a few days. I guess what went into getting him, and, do you see any other quarterbacks getting signed?
Well, I like good football players, if I'm being honest, and Austin was someone, I played Division II football, so I keep up with it. So he's someone that I knew about. And whenever he got in the portal, I was like, oh man, I want a good football player on my team. So I called him, talked to Coach Helton, and we went and got him, and because at the end of the day, that's what we're always wanting to do. We're always wanting to compete. And I think he brings a great level of competition and experience to our room also.
Looking at some of those other positions where there's some holes to fill, so I guess starting with running backs, Adam, Noah, 2 leading rushers gone. You guys bring back guys like Jakari, Kai. I guess, how's that room looking right now?
The room's looking good. Those guys, whenever we talk about Kai and Jakari, Kai came with us last year as a walk-on, and now he's one of our go-to guys, and you won't find a harder working person on the team. So it's really encouraging to watch him get better every day. And then Jakari's a super explosive guy, kind of an older guy, knows how to practice, knows how to work, knows how to learn. And so it's really fun watching those two compete with each other every single day. So that room's looking good. That room's looking really good.
The O-line, 3 spots to fill there, I believe. Tyson was pretty excited about a couple guys on the ends there, returning guys. But I guess, how do you replace what you lost there?
Yeah, no, it's always tough. And, everyone in college football, they go through the same thing. Offensive line's the most important position, and offensive linemen are the hardest ones to find, right? But Rusty Stat's been a great leader for us. He gets those guys right. Gunnar Britton, an older guy, gets those guys right. Then, we return, Quantavius Leslie, right? Super talented, has a whole full year of experience under his belt. So, watching all those guys work. And then we, brought in some new guys, and they're all competing kind of for those final few spots. But that's what makes it fun. They're competing. I can't say it enough. They compete. That's what our whole goal is out here.
Obviously lost a lot of production in the receiver room, but looking at what you guys bring back, and a couple guys that you've signed, I know a couple MAC guys you have high hopes for, and then tight end room, obviously Tyson said Josh is sitting out for the spring, but just those 2 rooms, I guess, how are things looking?
Things are looking really, really good and really, really encouraging there. It's hard to replace, Jared Stearns and Mitch Tinsley. It is, but the guys that we brought in, along with the guys who were here who didn't get to play as much last year, they've really stepped up and bought in and said, okay, this is my opportunity. And watching them battle with the new guys we brought in, everybody's getting better, right? So the receiver room is super encouraging. Coach Crawford and Coach Mizell, phenomenal job. Tight end room, Coach LaRusso moved to our tight end room, and he kind of got an experienced room, really, with like Joey Belgian and Josh Simon, and of course we're thrilled to get Josh back, but watching Joey and River get to, get all those reps whenever in Josh's absence, it's just great for them. It's great for their what's the word I'm looking for? It's great for their development. That's what I'm looking for. It's great for their development, being able to get all those extra reps. And so those 2 rooms, I'm super excited about them.
With Bailey hanging around, is he working with any of the guys, or is he just kind of taking it all in one last time?
Oh, Bailey, he's got pro day coming up. He's stopped in our meeting rooms. He's always checking me, making sure I'm doing it right. Because he's a master of it. But it's been great to have him around the last week or so. Just seeing a familiar face, it's awesome. So he's been doing good.